So welcome, this is our cafe here at Westminster Canterbury Lynchburg. This is our grill station where you can get, breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything from omelets made to order, waffles, to a piece of salmon if you want to be a little bit healthy. We do salmon cooked to order, Reubens, you name it. Grilled cheese, chicken fingers, all that good stuff.
Come back to the kitchen, everybody, please. Like I said, be careful when we come back through here. We've got a little lip and all right, so this is our dish area. This is the side that you guys see, or the other side from where you guys put your dishes. So we have trash cans, bins that we flip out and then come right over here. Dirty linens, you can see obviously we go through a lot of those a week. Today is the pickup day, that's why it's overflowing.
So tell me, how long does it take to run a dishwasher?
So we have a conveyor belt dishwasher. So you put it on there and it goes through and comes right out the other side. So it may be less than 30 seconds from start to finish.
Oh, good. So you don't have to have a lot of dishes because you can continually wash.
Continue them. Now we do pre-scrub, so we don't just send everything grime and grit through. It actually has to be pre-scrubbed before, and then it goes through. So it more sanitizes than cleans. So it's not, if you left a bunch of caked on stuff and ran it through, it's not going to come off. It has to be scrubbed off and then run through. So, and it has to be up to certain code for temperature wise. So that's something we have Ecolab come once a month and check to make sure the temperatures are compliant. We have to keep logs every day, 3 times a day, to make sure that all of our temps and our concentrations from our chemicals are balanced and correct.
Now, the dishes versus the green container.
Everything goes through there.
Scrubbed differently?
No, they all just get wiped out. We use a purple pad like this. So it's going to be similar to a steel wool. We can't use steel wool because it comes off and there is a choking hazard or a swallow hazard if it gets stuck on something.
We used to have a recycle bin and then a trash bin.
Correct. Nobody ever recycled. They just threw all their trash in there. That's why we got rid of it.
Well, that, and there's just not a lot of composting facilities.
Yeah, so ultimately we don't have the capabilities. The only thing we recycle here is plastic and cardboard, and I can't have a staff member going through a bag of trash every day because, unfortunately, I know.
What are those? What containers are those?
Coffee pots. So that was the coffee from breakfast that they'll dump out, clean the machines, run them through, and then get them ready for lunch. Dry storage. This is where we keep a lot of our paper products.
All right, now where the magic happens.
Yeah.
So this is the original kitchen from when Westminster was first here in 1980.
1980s, yeah.
Yeah.
So
now we replaced pieces of equipment we have over the past couple years here and there, but the bones of the place is the original kitchen. Yes.
So you have, are these all stoves? 1, 2, 3?
Oh, we got a lot more. So this is a double convection oven right here. We have a charbroiler grill next to that. Further down, we have the flat top, then a double fryer. Then we have an 8-burner gas stove cooktop right there. That's just the front line. Then on the back line, we have a very similar setup. We have another double convection oven. We have a 2 tilt skillets, which are large crankable skillets that you can turn upright vertically.
falling meat there.
And then we have a large combi oven steamer that will steam, it will bake, it will cook, it will turn into a smoker. So that's where we do our smoked ribs and smoked brisket, and all those things come out of that oven right there.
Two rotisserie ovens here. For like the tri-tip rotisserie we do rotisserie
canola.
chicken. That's what these both are. Another double burner oven. You can come around here. This is where Chef's office and Colleen's office is through this. You can kind of just peep in.
This is a steam jacketed kettle, so you can do large amounts of soup in it. So it's a kettle that is surrounded, it's a double layer kettle that is surrounded by steam. So it pumps steam around it So you can do large amounts of soup. These knives, so we have a knife service here that comes every 2 weeks and delivers sharpened knives. They say one of the most dangerous things in a kitchen is a dull knife. I'm a firm believer of that, so that was one of the first things we did coming on here was get the knife service for them.
All right, that's just some dry storage, some of our bread. This is our bakery area.
You make everything here?
Most everything, yes. Yes. There is a couple pies and stuff that we don't, but for the most part, all of the cakes and stuff like that.
All of our NSA desserts
Yes.
we bake in-house.
And then here's a kind of a neat thing. This is what we just got last year. All of our recipes are digital, so it's all touchscreen. I won't clear it out because someone's working on it, but literally, well, maybe I will. But yeah, it'll pull up all of our recipes and stuff like that, so when the cooks are going through, they can change recipes, do what they need to do.
And we enter our temperatures through there, so when state comes or we get inspected, we need to show that we are recording our temperatures and everything's being cooked properly to the proper temp. So all that's done through here as well, which is really nice.
And your vegetables, you buy them by the bushel?
Depending on the vegetables. So everything is local. So our produce supplier is called Virginia Foods. He is a LU graduate. He supplies all of our, Brandon is his name, he supplies all of our produce.
I know we get some.
See, our produce order just came in.
Yes, these bags of onions, I mean, we fly through onions, we'll go through a bag of onions probably every 2 days, a 50-pound bag of onions, just in soups and, everything that we do with it. Fruit, another one, we'll go through probably, a case of cantaloupe, case of honeydew every 2 days.
What is
These are gold beets. These are for our social hour dinner that I'm doing for y'all tomorrow night.
good?
So these are part of, I'm gonna roast these. I have gold beets and red beets, and I'm gonna roast them and dice them up and then make some homemade pickled vegetables, and they're part of the Irish dinner.
How many people cook at one time?
So, well, usually right now, we have our one, so right now Tierra is on the main line. She prepares breakfast and lunch. And then as soon as she is done, then Kay, right here that she's speaking to right now, Kay will kind of morph over to the front line and then cook dinner for everyone.
Yep. And then Whitney is also helping, assisting.
Yeah,
whereas,
Whitney, the sous chef, she's here as well.
two salad ladies.
Yep.
Are you cooking turkey tonight? You're cooking
Yes.
just turkey breast or whole turkey?
Whole turkeys.
Both. We do
Oh,
both.
both,
So we
yeah,
do
so
whole
that's
turkeys and then we do turkey breasts.
Turkeys.
8.
8 turkeys.
Yeah,
Yes.
8, and they are 22-pound turkeys.
You have a lot left over?
No, we've kind of got that right down to, we're cutting into the last turkey around,
Yeah.
6:30, 7 o'clock.
And that too is what we try not to have excessive leftovers. So that is the reason sometimes that we do run out of things, even though we don't mean to. We kind of base it off previous numbers when we've been through the cycle a couple times. But on occasion it does happen because everybody one time will want one certain
Well, that's
thing.
why we do the breasts as well. In addition, we do our plain breasts. So we do on average 2 to 3 plain breasts with no seasoning on them for the people that prefer plain, and then we'll have another 2 just as kind of a backup.
So now can you, if they're not eaten, can you make soup out of them?
100%.
So you so
Turkey salads,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
soup.
Okay.
Within reason. I mean, a lot of proteins, especially seafood, you don't really want to reuse a second time. But, a nice plain turkey breast, of course, 100%. Chop it up, put it on the salad bar as another protein for people to put on their salads.
And then also we send some leftovers to Daily Bread as well. So
When do the employees eat?
varies.
It varies
Yeah.
depending on when they come in, when is the best time. I mean, for the most part, I would say most all of us eat around 1 o'clock. That's kind of when things are dying down. We go to eat, the cafe's slowing down, and then that's,
Can you eat anything you want?
I mean, within reason, anything on
In the
line
cafe,
out
we
front.
don't allow out of the JRG or Dogwood, so it's just in the cafe. But for the most part, yeah.
But yeah, they could go to the grill, get whatever they like. I mean, just
typically it's anything that's prepared, like that we prepare. So we don't really. You have to pay for chips and some of that other stuff because we just don't include that in it. So like, you can't go get like a energy drink or a canned soda. But we give free water. You can use the drink machine, the fountain machine, things like that. So
For the staff in the kitchen.
for
All
all
dining.
staff.
All
Well,
dining.
now
Dining
for all dining staff. Yeah, so it's just a perk that we do. They get a little discount, and then it comes. They can just take it off their paychecks. Again, this is the original kitchen from 1980, so that's hopefully in the next couple of years we're going to get some new floors, new walls.
We
Most
just
of our
replaced
kitchen's pretty
all the
good.
lighting. That just happened
Yep.
within the past week or two. So now all LED lighting.
And I know you were asking before, these two big containers over here, that is our fryer grease. So one is a old one is a new one. So we actually have a system that pumps the grease out of the fryer and puts it into the waste one, and then pumps the new stuff in. And then we have a truck that will come and back up to the back that can access this from outside, that pumps all the old oil out that gets reused.
Prevents
So-
people from getting burned, from
And you
moving
do-
hot grease.
What is
from
it,
One,
2-3 times a week, depending on the usage of the fryer?
oh, how often we
Yeah.
change them? Yeah, depending on the usage. This fryer back here may not get as changed as much as like the one out front that Wesley uses in the grill. That one we filter every single day.
We filter it and then change the oil.
Yeah, and then they'll come and they'll pick up all the old oil, fill up the new tank, and yeah.
Yep, and this actually system also feeds the JRG kitchen, so they actually have cords that run all the way over there.
Yeah.
And the dogwood.
And the dogwood,
Yep.
yeah, it's the same kitchen there. So the dry storage area here to the right. You're more than welcome to walk back there if you'd like and just take a gander.
Look at the marshmallows. Golly.
So yeah, a lot of this, some of the mixes we do get in because it's it's just as it's easier to do that than make everything from scratch. So yeah, some of our canned stuff. It's easy rotation, so we fill from the back, and that way we don't get anything that sits here for too long.
Do you have certain people to do this, or do you guys?
Wesley does most of it now, so he is the news. He's the new stock person. So we actually just got a truck today. We got our big Cisco truck today, and then also our produce.
So
that
that's
just
what
came
he's
in right
putting
before y'all
up.
did. Yep.
Do they have a checkoff list to make sure that they've got everything that you want?
Yeah,
We
so
do.
we have the inventory. So like before
Or
it was
invoice.
left, the invoice before it was left here, it gets gone through and checked on. The Cisco one's a little bit different just because it's so many items. It's usually 3 to 4 pallets. So we will go through that, but they're really good about making sure everything's on it because they double check their stuff. If something's not on there, we just send an email and they send it right out. So
And the biggest things that we, definitely check are, our fresh seafoods. When seafoods come in, that is imperative, that we check that, make sure it's fresh before we let the driver leave.
This is amazing.
The better I get to know men,
Yeah.
the more I find
And
myself loving
typically
dogs.
during those meetings, we talk, we always hit on a safety moment, like how to be safe for everybody. And then we'll kind of go over what's coming up, what's happened, if there's been any issues with comment cards, like, hey, let's look out for this. This was something where we got 4 or 5 comments, like the chicken was this or something like that. So then that way we just get everyone, on the same page, basically. So I think pulling the numbers we did, hold on, I have them here in my pocket. I need to double check. So last year in the cafe fiscal year, which would have been October to September, September to October, in the cafe we did 139, well, about 140,000 meals. So that's about 382 meals a day, just in the cafe.
So they do get to know the good comments as well. as
Correct.
the
Yeah,
bad
we
comments.
post all the comments here, good and bad. And if it's something that's, so I'll point out Kay just because she's out here today. So we had our Cisco, our distributor, sent a box of pork egg rolls, which we don't order pork egg rolls. And she happened to catch it, and somebody that was getting alpha-gal made sure that they didn't get the egg rolls. So, that was a big thing. And I actually put the email up from the resident back here and kind of shared it, went to Sean, so everybody knows. Because, obviously, we want to make sure that people do a good job. They know that they're appreciated. So
And the employees who get good comments.
Here's some other ones. I know that one's a little cheesy.
Get like an employee of the month or
We don't.
In the dining area?
Just we don't necessarily do that,
also.
but we do treats sometimes. Like we'll do
Inspirational
gift cards
quotes.
if you do like a couple really good things. Like we'll give out gift cards.
They
We
like
do the
'em.
safety award now for Westminster as a whole, to where if we see somebody doing the right thing, like putting on a cut glove or cleaning up a spill, that will actually go into HR, and then they draw a monthly winner.
This is wonderful, thank you.
Oh, we got a lot more.
Yeah, this is just the start.
We got
2 more kitchens.
Yes.
Well, 3 more areas to hit, but 2 of them are kitchens. So.
All of our coolers, freezers, fridges have a wireless digital temperature sensor that sends the temperature to the cloud every 15 minutes to make sure that we're in compliance with that. That's something that we've added this past year. Before that, it was a manual 3 times a day. Somebody had to check every single fridge and freezer and write the temp to make sure. This is a lot easier. If a temperature starts getting out of the zone that it should be in, for more than that 15 minutes, it actually sends an email and a text to me, chef. Yeah. So if somebody leaves the door open on a fridge, my phone starts blowing up, and so then we have to go.
And then we
find out.
also, with that, we have Bluetooth thermometers that when we temp all of our food, we have a pad where we scroll through whatever that recipe is, and then we temp it with the Bluetooth thermometer, and then that goes to the cloud as well.
We have a equipment repair company, Hobart, that basically is our exclusive. They do all of our preventative maintenance, which they come 2 to 3 times a year and actually change all filters, clean coils and all that stuff to prevent a lot of this stuff from happening. It still does happen, but that has helped a lot. So yeah, right now we're fine, but that's why we have this electronic censoring system that we know when something goes out of stock, because ultimately if we didn't and we miss something, then we could serve something spoiled, which is going to make somebody sick, which is a no-no.
And then I noticed the salad bar that they go around with little thermometers.
Yep,
and stick it
and
in.
that's the Bluetooth.
That's the Bluetooth.
That's the
Yep,
two.
that's the Bluetooth one. So even though that is refrigerated, that one every food item has to be temped 3 times a day.
Now tell me about the heating system under the oatmeal and.
It's just a coil.
Okay.
It's just a coil, and then there's a platform that sits above the coil, so it's just a dry heat.
So, therefore, if the oatmeal is too runny, then
We have to add, so we add water back to it because as it sits, if it doesn't get used, it's mostly when not a lot of people use it because it sits and then the water evaporates. Even though we try to put lids on it, we'll put a little bit of water. I think sometimes somebody maybe gets a little overzealous and puts a little too much water in it, which makes it runny.
So who does that?
It's staff.
The
It
staff,
depends on,
typically Courtney.
we have somebody whose job is to kind of maintain the salad bar, and that's who, like you said, checks all those temperatures, refills the soups, refills all the ingredients on the salad bar.
But in the morning, it's typically Courtney. She'll be the one that's doing it at the register.
She does.
She does a great job, yes.
Everyone does here.
Yep.
I'm really proud of
Yeah,
the team
we got a
we have here.
great group of people here, so.
And they clean the tables with what? Clorox?
No, can't use bleach here.
Yeah, you are not allowed to use bleach.
Bleach or
and,
ammonia,
I mean,
any
that's
of that
been
stuff
outlawed
because
in
of
any
the-
healthcare
yeah,
setting for years.
Because of the
now.
reaction between the two. so.
It's called a quaternary agent,
Sanitation, or
which
sanitizer.
you spray it on, and you're supposed to leave it on for 15 seconds. Wipe it in, and it'll kill COVID. It kills all that stuff. Our fine dining area, white tablecloths. The menu is a little different on this side. Here we have a pistachio crusted scallops on a bed of linguine, which is actually changing in the next week. We have a brand new menu coming out on both sides, which I'm very excited about. I just finished inputting all of those recipes, so that'll be good to go.
So last year we did about 6,000 meals in Dogwood Dining Room. We'll head back and I'll show you the kitchen. So the kitchen we're getting ready to go through is going to be the kitchen that is shared for Dogwood and JRG. It's the same kitchen, and you're going to get in there and you're going to be like, whoa, this is tiny. So just so you're aware, we're going to do a walkthrough on the front.
But you
and go from
control
there.
the number of people too.
We do, well, the tables kind of control it as well. But yeah, we do try to get no more than 20 people per half hour that we put through both sides, or 24 people each half hour. So that's kind of where our cutoff reservation is. So, all right, you come through. So this is our server area where the servers have 2 computers, drink machine, bread warmer, coffee, stuff like that. And then we will come back into the kitchen and we can just go right over to the right here. So a little dish area. And we typically, yeah, so, you know, like I said, we did about 6,000 meals in the Dogwood last year and about 12,000 in the James River Grill. So about 18,000 for the year, so 18,000 meals, you know, basically.
Plus the cafe.
Well, yeah, but that's just for over here, you know, and 18,000 meals coming out of this little kitchen. So we have 3 people that typically work in here. We have a salad person that kind of splits salads, dishes, and then 2 people behind the line that kind of split salad dishes, as well as front of the house staff helps with dishes as well when they're bringing stuff back. So yeah, so that's why this kitchen is very easily gets overwhelmed, and we have to take certain things for like social hours, and we have to do the special menus, because if we tried to serve everybody coming in at the same time, we would have 2-hour-long ticket times. And
it gets warm.
it does
Oh,
get
yeah.
warm back here. Yeah, this is the coolest it'll be because no equipment's on and the hoods are on. So
Yeah.
it does get hot in here, even
Today is
it
going to
air
be, yeah,
conditioned.
being that it's going to be an 80
Yep.
degree day, it's going to get hot.
Yep, it's the Ansel system. So in case there's a fire, that will throw the foam out on everything to put out the fire. And if that happens, we're probably shutting down for a week to clean everything. And yeah, so that'd be no good. I mean, it's great because it would stop the fire, but as far as cleanup, it's, yeah.
I think the bar's the place to eat, I'm told.
Yes.
It is. It's a scramble to get these seats every night.
So, and we have our outside seating back up now for out there. So that's just a simple request. If you're doing an online reservation, you can ask to sit outside and eat now.
That's good.
Yep.
We have a fireplace out there, and I don't know, do we still?
Yeah. And you know, we typically get a month at the beginning and the end of the season where we'll get a lot of people eating out there when the weather's that in between nice temp before mosquitoes and bugs start coming out. So
I would say though, on average, you know, an average night between the 2 restaurants is 55, 60 people.
That's all?
On an average night. I mean, we've had nights where we've done 70, 80. On social hour nights, we'll do, you know, almost probably max capacity, 112 to 115 people
yeah.
on a social hour night.
Because you use both rooms.
Yes.
And I mean, typically.
Oh, and we use the Fauber as well.
On occasion, yeah, on occasion.
Yeah.
So I would say typically we're probably up closer to 50 or 60 just over here now.
Really?
On nights.
Okay.
And then just depending upon, we're probably another 10 to 20 and
Yeah, I keep forgetting about the bar.
Yeah.
We really don't count these seats, and we flip that. You know, we'll flip the bar probably twice a night.
all right, we are getting ready to head on the elevator and go up to our wood dining room. It's our assisted living. So they are closed, but we can go ahead and come in and do
All
a
right.
quick little tour.
Oh, they have a bar too? Look how bright it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is much different when my father was here. It was a dungeon.
Yeah. So this actually just got redone
Yeah,
about a
this
year
is
and a
all
half.
this is all new within the past year.
Oh, this is
No
beautiful.
wonder they like it over here.
Yeah, this is lovely.
So yeah, we do over here, you know, basically kind of a similar thing. We do have always available, and then their
So
lunch
they
and their
have the
dinner
same
option.
I mean, well,
Similar,
some,
yeah.
yeah.
Some nights are the same. Yep, and then we have an always available menu that they can prepare for them as well. So
and do they make reservations to come here?
they do not; they just come in, yeah. So and actually, we since this is up here, our numbers are up. I actually have another table coming, so we'll get another table in here hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So.
Yeah, but they probably typically come early, not 7 o'clock.
So it depends. So
Really?
again, you know, there's some people that
We
wanna
have
come
some
at the beginning
latecomers
and
that
ones
prefer
wanna
to
come a
eat
little
later,
yep.
and then we have ones who want to be right here
So-
as the door
Consider
opens.
the bar.
So they can sit up here. So, you know, typically here, so when we're saying our healthcare building, which is over there, our assisted living, and then our memory support units, all of that food comes out of the healthcare.
See, they got a
kitchen.
waffle iron up here.
So it's all
Make their
prepared
own
there, and then we
waffles.
bring it over, and it's almost served buffet
These are the
style here,
induction
to where it
warmers that
goes
we
on
have.
induction warmer,
So
and then when
we
the resident
we
comes
send
and
up
sits
the
down and says
food
what they want
in
to eat,
these
then they
little
plate it up and
induction
take it.
pans, and we'll just keep them warm. They're the Bon Chef style pans, and then we'll keep them up here. And then
Just a regular stove.
well, the beauty of these is you can take the pan off, put your hand on here, and you won't get burned.
Oh, yeah.
So it keeps them safe.
And how many How many assisted living residents are there?
40, well, 41 right
41
now.
now, yeah.
41. So all 41 people are
Will come in here and
offered
eat, yep.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And on Sunday morning, do they get breakfast here?
Yeah.
Because we don't.
So
Well, so Sundays are differ from us a little bit because
They're still
you
3
know, they
meals a
don't
day.
do well, they don't do a Sunday brunch, formal Sunday brunch. So, but they do the 3 meals. They have a breakfast, a lunch, and then a dinner. The lunch is basically like
Like a
what we
brunch.
were doing at brunch.
and then their dinner is very similar as a cold plate.
Yeah.
So in our assisted living, we are about 35,000, 36,000 meals, or 35,100 meals a year in this just here. That's 3 meals a day, so it's 365. So
And the food here used to come out of the main kitchen downstairs. Now it comes out of the healthcare kitchen where we're going to next. So all of our healthcare, assisted living, and memory care support food comes out of that kitchen.
Does it make it easier than coming out of the regular kitchen?
It makes it easier.
because it's the same menu.
It's the same menu. So up until just recently, we kind of did the same menu that was offered in the cafe downstairs everywhere, but a lot of the more fine dining items really weren't translating well to the healthcare staff or residents. Sorry, they wanted more Southern style, country cooking, which is great. So we have 3 separate menus actually here. A lot of people don't realize I have a 4-week menu cycle for healthcare, which is completely different from our 4-week cycle menu that we offer in the cafe. And then we have 2 separate menus in the Dogwood and James River Grill, and then a catering menu. Anyone's
Catering
I'm forgetting?
menu is coming out with that soon. Yeah. Well, I think that the healthcare is a 5-week cycle.
So I mean, really, if you knew somebody in healthcare and we weren't having something that you were particularly fond of in the cafe, you could go over to healthcare and get a Southern
meal,
style
yeah.
meal.
So, so could I come here and eat with my friends who live in assisted living?
100%.
As long as
You
they
just
knew
let
it,
them know.
Just let them know ahead of time.
Let who know?
You would have your friends or let Shantae, as
Shantae.
our dining manager, or one of the staff here just come up and say, hey, I'm coming up to eat tonight. So
And I just go and I would just show them my pass. And
Yeah.
So basically what they do is we have a little slip that we would actually, it's like a kind of like an inverse meal swap. So basically they would just come down and we would charge you
Yeah,
downstairs onto your account.
Yeah.
So these are all things that, like we said, is prepared in this kitchen. We try to get it prepared right before it's ready to go, and then it gets put in this hot box and transported to the various venues. So memory support, one of these goes to each of the floors upstairs, one goes to rehab. And one goes to wood.
And see, we record our temps daily. Got to do that because here we aren't run on the Bluetooth system. We're on a tablet, but some of the things we're still manually.
We don't have
taking
a
temperatures.
hot Bluetooth system
Yeah.
temp log.
Not yet.
So like I said, so out of this kitchen, we have about 160,000 meals a year. So with that, so a total of both kitchens is 316,000 meals a year. So please forgive us every once in a while when we don't get a meal correct.
All right.
oh my goodness. Those are called canned vegetables.
All right. So here is our healthcare kitchen.
What's going on, man?
Yeah.
Good.
Good. Hey, how are you? Very well.
So this is Shantae. She is actually the one that's been here 25 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
She's only 27, so she started when she was 2.
I was born here.
And then Lucas is our sous chef here.
And so yeah, she is the assistant healthcare manager, dining manager. So she is
we.
the one that typically in wood dining where we just came from. So
This is a beautiful kitchen, isn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
This is nice and open.
So this kitchen here is, I would say, just turned 5 years
5 years
old.
old.
It's about to turn 5
Yeah.
in July.
Yeah.
We opened it in 19.
Yeah. So, these are the induction pans that I was telling you about. See, so we'll present our food in these, and then they'll sit on those warmers. We have those same induction warmers on all 4 floors here as well. Same style kitchen as what you saw in assisted living. They're called country kitchens.
Oh, behind you, Mr.
Sorry.
Davis, sorry.
So the same dishwashing is here.
Yeah, so this was actually as a single stall dishwasher, so you close it and it runs through. It takes a little bit longer, but not super long. So
No, it looks good.
Started working on my vents. Need to do this size. We've been working on it.
Good.
Still have some work to do.
All right.
So then just another kind of fun, interesting fact. If this were a normal restaurant as far as sales-wise, when you average all of our meals, we would do just short of $3 million of sales a year. And that's not accounting. So I would say if it was a normal restaurant and we charge normal restaurant prices, we would probably be up around $5 or $6 million in sales.
How much does it cost per year for the food for the entire year? Is that a secret?
It's not a
Is
secret.
that a secret?
It's not a secret. I don't know the exact number. I mean, we're in the millions, obviously. So it's a little bit different here. We budget a monthly allotment that we can spend on food. So
I get 2 trucks a week. On average, each truck or each time I purchase food, my target is around between $16,000 and $18,000.
Truck?
a truck, so about 30-some thousand a week.
And I get 2 a week, so that's 104 a year, 104 trucks a year.
Yeah,
And that's counting produce, that's counting Pepsi, so you got to figure all that in. So I got to figure my beverage costs, Pepsi and all those. Produce is also in it,
That produce didn't cost $16,000.
no, but that's part of, I got to figure that money
Yeah,
into
so-
my,
Beef and the
Yeah.
protein.
Yeah, we're a couple million food budget a year, somewhere around there, that our cost on it. Like what we're spending.
The food is good.
well,
Yeah, food prices keep going up and up.
and the goal is, at the end of every month to leave a little bit of a honey pot there for
But
the big
not-
special
yeah.
events that we do. Because that adds up over
Yeah.
time. So when we do a bridge event, like a Mardi Gras event or a Halloween party, we have that money there
Yeah.
to where we can really
And it's,
do
we're
something
not like
nice.
a normal restaurant. We're not looking to make money. We don't run like a 33% cost and we want to make 60-some% profit. We are as
10% above cost.
We're
at
a
most.
zero-based balance budget. So basically, at the end of the month, I want to be as close to zero as I can be.
Now, what happens if one of your main people, say Lucas, got sick and
Me, Brian, Kathleen, we all jump in and we all have had to cook and do
Yeah.
whatever. So yep, happens a lot with Lucas. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So no, and it's a team effort. So and that goes back to why we have certain levels of cooks, like 3 different cooks. So as you know everything, that's part of getting an increase and knowing everything, is that we can then say, hey, I need you to go over here today. I need you to go over there today. Like I said, we try to run a super efficient ship. So we don't usually have anybody that stands around, does nothing all day. So that's why we have to sometimes get creative and rotate people.
So right now, here on the healthcare side, we have about 30 people on modified diets, whether that be puree or mince, which involves us taking the product after we prepare it, pureeing it, fortifying it by adding, whether it be a chicken stock or a vegetable stock to get it to the consistency, pudding-like consistency for our residents.
and you make your own stock.
No, we have a company that we use called RC Foods, which gives us all of our bases, which are all gluten-free, soy-free bases, low sodium that we,
Are they liquid or are they powder?
they're a paste. They're a paste. The vegetable one, the roasted vegetable, is a powder, but yeah, they're a really good company out of Northern Virginia area, and I've been using them since I was a chef at Liberty University, and kind of brought them over here when I came because it's just such a good product.